Welcome back friends to Study Adda. In this video tutorial, I am going to talk about Kaplan referencing style. Kaplan referencing style is quite different from the other styles of referencing and most importantly not found in majority of the citation generated tools, which really makes it difficult for the students and the content writers to understand the difference and implement the same. In this video tutorial, we will discuss the difference in Kaplan reference style. If you are looking at this video tutorial for Kaplan guidelines, I assume you know the general rules about referencing and why it is done. So coming straight to the point between why Kaplan is different from other styles of referencing, let us see the unique points. Here you can see that there lies a huge difference between the indexing of the word A&A between the names of the authors. In most of the Harvard references, A&A is used in between the names of the authors in the reference list as well as while in texting. But this is where one of the major difference lies in case of Kaplan When you are indexing author's name in between the sentence or before the beginning of the sentence, use A and D, whereas if indexing is done within the brackets, it will have the symbol of and, that is the and percent. Take the given examples to have better clarity. In the first example, as the author's names are used in the sentence, A and D is used, whereas in the second example, author's names are given in bracket and thus the symbol of and percent is used. In the reference list, only and percent must be used between the names of the last two authors. Addition. If a resource has several additions, write the name of the addition you have used. First addition, do not say the first addition, but from the second or the subsequent additions, you need to mention it. As you can see the difference, the first reference depicted Kaplan, where fourth addition is mentioned, unlike the other styles of reference where fourth addition is not mentioned. It is a mandatory criteria to be noted in the reference list. Here in Kaplan addition is written as EDN. Et al. And others. Et al. Is used only during in-text citations when there are 4 or more authors. However, all authors need to be included in the reference list. This is no different from the other styles of referencing. Whenever there are 4 or more authors in a given reference, we use the term et al. While in-texting after the first author name, to be very precise, after the first author's surname. Nonetheless, for the 3 authors, et al. Is not used. In the reference list, we give the names of all the authors. As in the given examples, you can see that when there is 4 authors for a given reference, et al. Is used during in-texting. But when there are 3 names of the authors, then all 3 names are being in-texted. Page number. Unlike other referencing styles where page numbers are usually not in-texted until a direct quote is used, Kaplan has a different set of rules. In Kaplan, page numbers are largely being asked to be in-texted from where the information is taken, but the convention varies. You can see in the example how if one page is being required to be in-texted, to a range of pages being in-texted are quite different from a set of pages which are not in sequence. The point to be kept in mind is that in between the year and page number, comma must be given. Now the rules for in-texting page numbers. Summarizing or general reference to someone else's idea or work, which is the most common form of referencing and is used when you make comment on other person's work or idea. In this scenario, you must include author and the date of publication. No page number is indexed in this case. While paraphrasing, a paraphrase is the expression of the same idea in different words. When you paraphrase, it is advisable to include page number within the in-text citations. Quote. A direct quote is the exact reproduction of someone's word. If you are using a direct quote, page number must be indexed. In the first example, no direct quote or short quote is given. Further, the reference is used in between or in front of the sentence, demonstrating the opinion of the author. As writer, you are summarizing the author's opinion about the views or the findings of the author, and thus no page number is required in the first example. Whereas in the second case, paraphrasing of original work is done, hence page number must be indexed. In the third example, it can be seen that the direct quote is given in the sentence between the apostrophe, and thus page number must be given. It must be carefully analyzed by the writer or the student whether the sentence is paraphrased or being summarized and inferred to give the page number or not during the in-text citation. In case of use of direct quotation, it is easier to make the decision if you have used the quote or not. The next point of difference lies in volume and issue number in the reference list. Unlike the other styles of referencing, Kaplan-Harvard reference consists the term volume (vol) dot before the volume number in numeric, which is not italicized in this case, and number (no) dot representing the issue number before the issue number in numeric. As seen in the above examples, in other forms of Harvard, volume or number is not written before the numeric representation of the volume or issue number. No date or no place of publication. In case the date of publication is missing, it is represented as ND, and the absence of place of publication is represented as NP. Publications. In case of Kaplan-Harvard referencing style, the city of publication is placed before the publisher's name. The state or country of publication should also be provided to avoid confusion between the place of names or to provide context for a lesser known city, as in the given examples like Cambridge MA, Cambridge UK, so on. What if there is no author in particular source? For the works that do not indicate the name of the author, the title of the work should be used in place of the author in citations. Multiple sources. For more than one source at a place in the text. When citing more than one source at the same point in the text, the list of sources should be arranged alphabetically by author and separate each with a semicolon within the same parenthesis. All the authors' names are being arranged alphabetically, as you can see. The use of DOI and URL. Journal articles accessed via the Kaplan Library database do not require an URL. However, if a DOI is available, it should be included in the citation. If no DOI is available, then the name of the database or the URL should be given. No concluding full stop is necessary following a DOI. Journal articles taken from the internet will need to include the data retrieved and the URL or the DOI. No brackets or full stop is given while giving the DOI in case of Kaplan-Harvard reference. However, if DOI is not there, then URL must be pasted, retrieved from, and the date is given before the DOI as shown in the example. The basic things which we should keep in mind while we are preparing the reference list. The reference list is listed alphabetically by author's surname or by the name of authorizing organizations. It is listed chronologically if the publications have the same authors. Listed alphabetically by title where there is no author. Commas separate the elements of the citations rather than full stops. No full stops after the initials. Lowercase letters following the year where author has multiple entries in the same year is being done. Left justified. Single spaced with one line space between the references without any indentation, bullet point or number. This is an example of reference list. The points to be noted in the reference list are: there is no full stop being used in between the initials of the author date or after the year. The only full stop given is after volume and number, after the PP representing the pages. Single apostrophe is used before and after the title of the journal article and in case of online resources, but not used in case of books. City of publication is kept up with the publisher's name in case of books. These are the links to Kaplan Harvard guidelines where you can visit and check on the details. Thank you.